Alright, everybody, and welcome back to I Was Wandering Around the City and Found a New Way to Go. And if I can get through all of these NPCs who are blocking my path, we'll see what this is all about.
Broken it down.
Looks like there is some humanity left. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm starving. Come on, then.
What the hell is happening?
Yeah, it's not really well set up. Remember the Silent Order from
Yes.
earlier? This is them. And they are going to res these knights infinitely. As you can see, like they just keep coming back to life.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you do when the rezzers are going to keep resin?
Kill the healer ladies.
Yes. We're going to go kill the healer ladies. They're very weak and fun to kill. Even though they can res themselves.
God,
Yeah.
what an annoyingly endless cycle.
Yeah, but luckily they don't have infinite range on that.
Oh, that's good.
So you can...
My mumble is a bit rusty, but I believe he's saying, "We surrender, please don't kill us." That's all he's asking the way to the nearest banana merchant. I'm inclined to go with the former. They appear to have accepted you as their new god, sire.
That works.
You know what I'll say? That is a great way to get around terrible lip sync.
Definitely.
Terrible lip sync? They don't have to talk. Just sew their lips together, and then you never have to worry about it.
They're way more expressive doing their little dances than they ever were lip syncing or showing their face.
Yeah, that's some pro tips. If your game is struggling with lip sync and you're not an animator, you're a game maker, and just sew their lips together, and you can say that it's edgy or macabre.
I do love how like it's absolutely no issue that you've killed so many of them, because they're all fine now.
Yeah, they're all, they can just res them now. Like,
Exactly.
in a world where resurrects are this easy, why would you bother? But yeah, that's actually pretty much, and we're almost done to be honest. But that's pretty much the end of what's interesting. Then we get this big gold amount, and life's
Do
good.
you ever need gold for anything else ever?
Yes, we haven't upgraded the reds and the greens yet,
Okay.
and that costs 5,000 each. But I think you can just kill them here, and that counts as like being evil. But it's not really a clear thing, and like I said, I'm not going to go out of my way and spend a lot of time being evil. I'm just going to make clear evil choices.
Hmm.
Oh,
mean,
and when we get to...
It depends how evil they are, that is.
Right,
But you did show them mercy.
right. That is the gracious part of it. But since they didn't call it out and make it really obvious, oh, this is a evil choice, this is a good choice, I don't buy. Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, part 568. Here, we're going to the Forest Temple as Adult Link, as you can see. Now this is the HD remake, so they changed a little bit of the visuals, but you can see it's still basically the same idea. And you can even hear the you know, it's all here. It's all here.
These beasts only seem
And Navi might sound different, but she's still there with us. Like, you know, this time they got Dom DeLuise to do Navi's voice, but I think that was a good choice. It's less annoying, you know.
It's less annoying, it's just as evil, and also the draw distance is exactly the same as it was.
Right. They kept that authentic because, you know, the mist added an air of mystery. Haha. I know, right?
But Yeah, speaking of the actual Ocarina of Time remake, they did specifically keep some of the flaws of the original just because they were so uh, well embedded into the reputation that the game had.
Well, partly because of that, and I mean, if you're talking about visual stuff, it it adds character. It really does. Like,
Oh, I mean, mostly the glitches, how they actually, um,
oh yeah,
how they
well,
actually, the designers who worked on that version, specifically kept the glitches from the original on mostly removing just the ones that break the game entirely.
yeah. Woe unto the designer who removes glitches that make the speed run more fun and tactical.
Exactly, because they specifically said, "Oh, we used those glitches when playing the game, and it actually made it a lot more fun. So we're keeping
Yeah,
that."
if you remove glitches that aren't easily triggered, basically, the
Mm-hmm.
only thing you're doing is spiting speedrunners.
You're spiting people who have played the game before. It's important to understand what kind of things makes what kind of thing makes a game special, whether it's good or bad. Like for example, oh, like for example in the original Wild Arms, uh, the map was relatively um, it was relatively small because it was a PlayStation game, but it had the advantage of they took advantage of that and made it so that every town was available on the map. It was just some of the places were blocked off by your ability to reach them by having certain things such as
An
airships or
airship and a sea ship and that sort of stuff.
exactly, and that actually added to because you could do a lot of things out of order. Not a lot, but it was organized in an organic way where it was just like this is all of the things that I can do now, and not this is the things that I'm told to do now,
Right.
which is
The gates and keys made sense, and they were occasionally exploitable.
yeah. And then they made the remake, which utilized the design used in the rest of the games in the franchise, but they didn't really without actually understanding um, why one thing was done the that way and the other. Because in the like I said, the original it was really small, so it was no problem to put like make everything available on a given continent.
Right.
The future games had a lot more towns and a lot more dungeons, so it was actually impossible without making the world map a pain to traverse, because literally every step would have to be cut off by some sort of barrier. But yeah, they decided to cut off everything in the remake, and that's what made it suck. And also uh, they also made it impossible to grind through that game.
Mm.
They kind of
Let us die serving the dwarves.
they kind of utilized the design from the future games, which were less grind centric, except that the game is still grind centric.
Destroy our numbers. Enslave
Um,
us. We will never
So it was incredibly
They
backwards.
reduced your ability to grind while continuing to demand that you grind.
Exactly.
You choose.
And also, they reduced your ability to. They actually reduced your ability to,
Where are the birds? The
like,
trees?
enhance your character
Nico.
stats.
I think the elves are very offended that you're interrupting their important dialogue.
They can destroy our numbers. Enslave
which is not repetitive or completely pointless and uninteresting at all.
That is true. They should be killed.
We are to build a temple for our stolen statue.
So
This is the greatest thing.
probably what I'm supposed to do here is, if I'm going to be evil, open up the gateway just like I did
We were not meant
before I kill all the things. But
But it's
because
kinda
they're in
hard.
between me and the switch, it wasn't really convenient. Like if the switch was right next to me, and I could have let them out to die to the stuff, and then like attacked while I was distracted, that'd be one thing. But in this case, I'd have to have run straight through the enemies.
Yeah, this is just like inconvenient evil. That's not how you make evil.
No, evil is all about taking the easy path, you know?
Yeah. Just like... I always loved how in Infamous they did the good and evil choice, where it was just like I could give flowers to these poor orphans, or I could use them as a shield, so I wouldn't get hit when those flamethrower guys charge at me.
Yeah.
Those
I
were
mean-
your two choices.
One of them makes entire sense, and the other is just, you know, stupid.
Exactly.
I don't want to win this game.
And farewell, friend.
Also, they keep talking to me. It's great. But yeah, you have to open that up because this is another one of those super doors that, as far as I can tell, just takes 4 of these. And yes, this is all training for the boss battle.
Goddess.
But don't worry. You know how I'm ingenious and resourceful.
All of the minions are gonna die, right?
The mother goddess is not
Listen,
protecting us.
Nico, you're judging me right now,
Yes.
and I don't feel like this is a safe space. I feel like I've been judged and mistreated and maligned and wronged, and I just
That
want
is
to wear
not
my
true.
wolf minion suit
I must return to
and yiff who I want to yiff. Okay, is that so much to ask?
No,
Also,
not
I
really,
still have to kill
actually.
one of them.
I didn't know there were wolf
There is
minions.
still hope for our kind.
Well, you know when they put on the muskrats, they kind of look like wolves.
That is true. So, are those furry minions?
That I mean, they're wearing furry outfits. Kind of counts in my book.
I guess so.
10 out of 10. Would yiff again.
By the way, you were really correct with the forest temple thing.
Oh yeah.
These things are exactly the same as the gigantic guards
Yep.
in the forest temple.
And the design of the level. I mean, but you see what I mean though. Everything outside of the actual in this game, the forest level, is like interesting and unique and multifaceted. But the forest level in this is just so. Ugh, I hate it so much. But I'm also a fan of like neon highlighted.
And neon
And diamond.
highlighted death.
Yeah, but not all of them died because it's not actually a one-hit kill. It's not like earlier. Because I think the ones with like equipment, they don't take the full damage. So you know. And
Would you
plus,
just
each
pick
of
up?
these things gives like 8 minion life force. So
Oh,
and
I
it's
always
a
thought
full.
that they
They
were-
give at least one of each too. So it's pretty great.
I always thought they were like per one.
Nope, those ones give a whole bunch and a bunch of different colors too. So it's very useful.
Oh, you mean like each one of these armadillos will give you 8 of these, and not that every little spriteling will give you
Right.
8 of these.
Right, I meant that the armadillos give you a bunch. It's not.
Yeah.
It might be 7 or something like that, but they definitely give you a bunch. And
You must get to that statue.
And all of your
remember when I
reds
said
are
that
dead.
once they drink beer, they do one-hit kills, and are really tough and refill all their health. That's what happened there. But anyway, and they also give green, red, yellow, and blue. So they're very.
You must get to that statue, sire.
Yes, thank you, Gnarl. Thank you. I'm glad you're reminding me constantly, because without your reminders, I don't know what I'd do.
Without you now, you would be constantly lost.
Yeah. I don't remember what this is, but I didn't expect them to pull that.
Don't forget my cunning plan, sire.
Like, you know what I
At
mean?
least they know what they're doing.
Yeah, I have no clue, as you can tell by the way I send them to the wrong side of things all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good thing you can't actually push this in the wrong direction.
Oh yeah, then we would be here for 15 minutes. Let me tell you,
Get to that statue.
because I don't know what our goal here is, and apparently it was just treasure chests.
Some treasure.
I wouldn't have gone down here if I'd known, but at least we've got way more than we need for the rest of the game now.
Good.
And
so is it 5,000 per upgrade for
Yeah.
for a minion class, or
and you can only do 2 in any one playthrough because you can only do it with Rose or Velvet.
mm-hmm. Oh, so
Also-
they just say I can make them stronger, but you also still have to pay me money.
Yeah, well, you know.
It's not that we are
M&A.
buying them shit.
Yeah,
It's not enough.
gotta earn that money. So, oh, there's the dwarf guy, and he's scaring off the beholder.
As
Well,
I
the dwarfs
suspected, It's the creature
thing.
from the elf temple, sire. Jewel, that thieving female, is still after the statue.
Not a thieving female.
Not sugar plum.
So, I catch on pretty quick to what I'm meant to do here. But,
Oh.
I missed something pretty obvious. In like 3 minutes or so. See, I used the armadillomans, and that's what you're supposed to do. Also, my
Do they
minions
spawn?
were dancing. So, I gotta get to that Mother Goddess statue, and there's a whole bunch of armadillos. And I accidentally stick a bunch of my minions on the rubble on the side instead of the armadillo stuff. But
Thankfully
armadillo
they-
number 2.
Thankfully they can only... That's a delayed reaction. They can only
Yeah.
aim at him.
Yeah, in fact, if you'll see right here, like, it doesn't look like there's a way to hit him, but he kind of walked into it, so cool.
Yeah, like if you were actually required to
Right.
destroy the things and also time it to...
I didn't know at this point that you have to use those armadillos. I figure, like, oh, the armadillos weakened it. I got him with all the armadillos, and I thought it was all the armadillos. Now I gotta kill him, right? No.
No, still...
No, I mean, definitely, probably, right?
Still got
Well,
something
maybe
to
I
do.
go off this way and like drop a statue on his head or something. I don't know. Let's go over here for a little while. Spoilers. We're not supposed to go over here yet. It doesn't hurt to go over here though because I would need to do that eventually anyway. So
That's unrelated, is what you mean.
yeah, this is what you're supposed to do after you kill that guy. You're supposed to push this thing in, and then that makes it so that the
Statue, sire.
entry point is right next to the statue, essentially.
So what are you supposed to do?
I'm glad that I'm not the only one who missed it, but there was another armadillo. There's one more, and I'm supposed to let it free.
Oh,
Get to that statue, sire.
But I don't remember if I know that right away. I guess I do. Hey, look at me! I catch on quick. I don't wander around in circles forever, letting all my minions die. At least as far as I show on the recordings, anyway.
oh, there it is.
Yeah, you can see it behind. I think, well, my minions can't hurt it. My spells can? No, minions? No, I don't. Oh, wait, the minions are going on him now. Surely that's
No.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try it. Oh, wait, no. It's not
If at
really.
first you don't succeed, keep wasting the greens.
Yeah, the best minions in the game.
Oh, yeah, that's correct. That's all of them.
Well. Oh, hey, but running around like a chicken with my head cut off finally pays dividends, and I noticed this thing. And I'm not about to be crushed by a giant golem at all. He's
Thankfully, he's not
gonna
very
knock me down over
strong.
and over. Yep, there I go. But it's all good in the end because after one more knockdown, the final armadillo finally armadillos him. And I get a whole bunch of minion life force.
Oh, Mama? Masterful work, sire. Now, we come to the critical phase in my cunning plan. Sweep brown minions onto the statue and see what happens.
Ooh.
What could happen if I sweep brown minions onto the statue?
They're all sacrificed.
To the great mother goddess.
Hello? Aha! So the old rumors were true. The statue is hollow. More minions, sire. More!
What? Oh.
Good. I'm sure the jewel will be back once she sees the coast is clear. I doubt she knows the secrets of the statue.
Oh.
Arrive in her domain, your minions will creep out and start looking for a gate. Let us leave this place. Give her a chance to do her dirty work in peace.
So yeah,
That's actually pretty cunning.
It's a cunning stunt indeed.
I would expect Gnarl to come up with something like that.
Oh my gosh! I just remembered that we get a close up of Gnarl while he's talking later. It's
He's the
beautiful.
most appropriately creepy looking thing.
He's my waifu.
There they go! The minions will contact me when they have activated a gate for you. Then you may spread your evil domain even further, sire. Won't that be nice?
So yeah, that's the whole thing. Is that in order to get to the thief's hideout,
You first need to find out where it actually is.
right? And this guy can't go this way. He's not allowed, but he knows that we're over here and he wants to kill us. So he's trying, but I just use him to harvest life force.
Alright.
But that's that.